But now I'm giving this award to Robert and his associates because his
I'm like
associate who
that.
actually set her car on fire has actually just pled guilty to arson, and he's going to serve his time because he got caught and he couldn't.
Mute me.
Your favorite first rapper, Soulja Boy. Soulja no longer run. So, you guys has been on Hillary Clinton's internet for the last month, probably more, talking about how he was the first to do every fucking thing. Apparently, in Soulja Boy's mind, he was, he was the first rapper on YouTube. He was the first nigga to put half of the rappers on. He was the first nigga to rock. Yeah, real life, whole time. First nigga to discover America. We credit that to Soulja Boy and not Christopher Columbus. Not even the actual person who discovered America. It was actually Soulja Boy.
Who discovered America originally? I thought it was quote unquote air quotes Christopher Columbus.
Oh yeah, no, he. You know how white people be. White people say they discovered something when black people had already did it, and then they're in denial because they're like, "Fuck, we don't get to have anything," so they lie about it.
They lie about everything. Yeah. All right, I don't think we need Soulja Boy up here that much more.
Yeah, no, but shout out to that guy. He's obviously on crack, but go for it, Soulja.
Oh wait, Boy. Let me just like this. Oh wait, no, I may like that better. We on live stream on
YouTube, so yeah.
Soulja. You know what I will be doing? I'm definitely gonna be watching a Bow Wow and Soulja Boy versus this. I think it's this Saturday. I'm gonna be watching it. Eric, looks at me like I'm a fool. I'm gonna be watching it because the shit's gonna be hilarious. All right.
What's a good meme when someone just looking at you crazy when you say something?
What's that meme with the girl who be like this?
I don't know.
The girl with the little ponytail, and she just be looking like.
I'm still lost.
I'm gonna find it. I feel like y'all know what I'm talking about. The meme with a the black girl will be looking like.
That definitely helps. The meme with the black girl.
Yeah, it's only one. It's only one of us black girls.
But yeah, this is REA Radio, guys. Welcome. This is first time going live on YouTube while still recording. So just figuring stuff out as things come along slowly but surely. I'm low key. I've been looking at people do this the whole time, thinking they was on Zoom.
The entire time. So they were on Zoom. You guys, here's the thing. I feel like I want to pour me another glass of this, but I'm gonna leave this for you, Eric. Okay. It really tastes like Kool-Aid.
Show the people then. I mean, not that we're getting sponsored.
Yeah, no, I'm not showing y'all nothing because they're not gonna sponsor us.
They might. You never know.
So we're drinking on this, and I typically don't drink sweet wine, right? I really don't ever drink sweet wine. But this is really good. A Menage a Trois Dolce, a sweet red blend. It's really good. It tastes like a strawberry, not really, like a fruit punch Kool-Aid or something. Well, when I said I'm gonna leave you this, Eric, I lied.
You want to drink the whole thing?
No, this is my last time.
Oh, I want to take it home and add to my collection.
No, I need to go pick up 2 bottles of wine that was ready on June 10th. It is June 22nd.
It was ready on June 10th or Juneteenth?
No, it's June 10th. I haven't made it there yet. I've been very busy.
Which one? Which spot? The one Oak Park or more further?
Further. So, I can shout them out because they're very nice to me. Always get a good discount when I go there. Shout out to Your Happy Place Liquors in Logan Square. Owned by 2 Puerto Rican people. Good people. Shout out to David and Julia, his wife Julia. They own it together. Your Happy Place.
Oh yeah.
Happy Puerto Rican Pride, Puerto Rican Day. Puerto Ricans been out here strong, y'all. Up and down North Avenue, driving with their flags, honking the horns, because it's also a celebration of, I think it's Puerto Rican history. I'm not going to be ignorant, but I know, because I'm not sure exactly what it is, and I need to do my research and history on that. But Puerto Ricans have been out here just representing. But yeah, shout out to them. It's one of my favorite stores, and very proud of their culture. And they're really good people. So, and I have a wine club membership with them. And I need to go pick up my wine because
Yes, you do.
it's been ready for almost 2 weeks.
Definitely.
Yeah, haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
And also, I would like to shout out. I know this is not the portion of the show where we shout out
It's
stuff.
not like we in the show.
No.
We shouting out people already.
No, I just want to say this is like a shout out, and it's really not. But I want to give a shout out to Cooper's Hawk, and I'm very glad that my payment didn't go through because I thought I canceled that shit. Stop taking money out of my account, okay? But thank you very much. That's it.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. Now we will carry on with the show.
All right. What the hell are we talking about? I forgot already.
We're talking about when is the right time to end something.
Damn, what? I'm just getting stupid, but when what is that?
You know what?
When's the right time? I know what we're talking about. When's the right time to end what is it? So, look, it could be any way, in a relationship, in just a creative endeavor, a career endeavor, just in whatever.
Friendship, a job.
When it's time for you to move.
And a motherfucker. Like, I'm going to end you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I've wanted to end a lot of people. And I'm so glad that the thing is, I'm actually really petty at heart. I know myself well enough to be honest. I can be the most pettiest person ever. But it's because I believe in karma and I don't want that shit to come back around on me. So I practice a lot of self-control. But please know that I can end all you motherfuckers.
Wow. That was actually another idea I had for a topic for this week. Like, not necessarily karma, because energy, and I forgot how I was going to question it, but I had it. I guess the question would be, do you believe in it? Like, do you believe in karma, or do you just believe in people certain energy and just words and the power of words? And so I know I've talked about it a lot, but I know everybody don't necessarily believe in it. And I think I saw someone Twitter about people don't believe in karma and just bad people tend to have good things happen to them just because they believe they're not bad.
Yeah. No, I believe in bad energy. I believe that it circulates, and I also believe in karma. Like, karma is that bad energy that is circulating.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, like you're putting out these negative vibes. You're contributing to something, and you're doing it in a negative way. So you really need to expect that anything that you gave, you need to expect that same exact thing to come back to you. So if you gave nothing but nastiness and attitude and rudeness, expect that to come back to you. And the thing is, you're going to expect it. Well, you won't know when to expect it because it's when you least expect it. In the moment where you feel like this is my moment, I'm doing very good, then all that shit is going to come back and it's going to hit you at one time. And that's why I'm like, I'm not petty to people. I try my hardest not to be, because I don't want any of that shit coming back around on me. So I really do oftentimes. I can practice a lot of self-control. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when you're supposed to end some shit.
Yeah. But, I agree with everything you just said. I'm the same way. I just believe words, energy, is real, and you spreading a certain energy or certain words, it's gonna come back in twofold ways. So it's positive, negative. So I definitely believe in that. But yeah, when's a good time, or how do you know when it's time to end something?
I'm going to answer that question, but I would also like to pose this question to the blacks on the West Side. When is a good time to end these fucking fireworks?
That's an amazing question. Seriously,
when do y'all know
when do you end it? When do you stop buying fireworks? I actually have a question for all the floors in Indiana. When do you stop selling fireworks to the blacks?
What happens to this those shortage of fireworks? Where?
There's not a shortage of fireworks. The blacks are spending their PPP money.
Clearly.
Huh. Come on, Wayne. First off, Indiana business owners, you don't even like blacks.
That's bad.
It's like, well, the blacks are coming here and they're gonna spend all their fucking money and we're gonna take it, Wayne. And you better not say a goddamn thing. You better
I'm a black motherfucker gonna blow their hands off.
sell that motherfucker that fireworks and let him knock his fucking brains loose. We don't give a shit. Sell him the fireworks. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to rant again but you blacks, you really.
You don't care when you this is okay again.
I quit. For right now.
Whenever somebody sees this, this is the energy that's on REA radio. Mimi really hates the blacks. Not all blacks, certain blacks. Okay.
Yeah. You know, hate is a very strong word. I don't hate anyone.
It's like
yes.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I dislike you blacks.
Some blacks, not all.
No, I dislike you blacks.
Oh, see, I try to.
Somebody's gonna look at this and be like, "What the fuck? What? Wait, what?" Yeah, don't drag me on Twitter. Don't drag me on the intersocials, on the interweb. No, when is a good time to end something? You know what? When for me, the best time for me to end something is when it starts to affect me physically. Like when I feel like I'm being dragged. Like when you feel something physically, like when you start to get migraines. Like if I start to get migraines and like heart palpitations, or I get anxiety, or I feel like, you know, I'm being physically, I just feel physically ill because I don't like you that much, or I don't like this thing anymore. And it's now physically affecting my body. That's when I know it's time to end it. Right. And so that's how I've ended relationships. I've ended friendships. I've quit jobs because when it started to affect me physically, like mentally, I think a lot of us are still learning how to work on that.
Yeah.
Really and truly, because we have to listen to our minds and what it's telling us, right? So a lot of us are still working on it, but a lot of us also need to start listening to our bodies, right? So if you're in let's say, you know, for me, in a friendship, right? And you listen to your body and you're at the point where it's like, I don't even want to be around you anymore. Like every time I go around you, I'm getting anxiety, not because I'm scared, but I'm getting anxiety because I'm scared of what the fuck I'm going to do to you. Like I want to knock your lights out, right? Real talk. Or I don't even want to be around you. It makes me physically sick to know how you act towards people. Like I don't like your attitude. I don't like having to, you know, physically put myself in between you and someone else trying to break up fights, like shit like that. When you start to physically get it, it's like, well no. So I'm ending this friendship because it's fucking ridiculous. Like we're grown people. Same way with the job. Like you go to work and it's like, I should not be having anxiety attacks at work. It's time to leave this job. You know, relationships. I think relationships is it also. It's like when you feel it physically. But I think when you start lacking.
Start lacking?
Yeah, if that makes sense to people. Like when in any relationship, when you start lacking motivation or you start lacking, you know, drive, you start lacking empathy or sympathy, like these things that you know you have and you're capable of. You have it with your friends and you have it with your family, but then in your relationship, as soon as you go home or you're around that person, you don't have it anymore. That's for me. That's time to end it.
I agree with that. That makes sense. For me, I'm stubborn, so I can know it's time to end something, and I just ignore it because I'm like, nah, this maybe can work it out. Nah, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just overthinking. Like, nah, don't end it. Like, whether it's a friendship, whether it's just a career, like, nah, just stick it out. Hold on a little bit longer. You're gonna know, and it's like I've been told the signals the whole time, and I still haven't moved yet. So it's something that I'm trying to get better at, knowing when it's time to let go, when it's time to end things, when it's time to just, be free, not hold in, not bottle it up, and not be healthy with that. Because honestly, when it's time to let something go, you just gotta let the shit go and just be free with it and live with it. Just be like, okay, it's done. Time to move on because that's life. Such is life.
Yeah. And if you know what, if you're like me, I overthink in situations only though. Like if it comes to something that's really not a situation, well, here's the thing that I do. Like I'll make up in my mind how I think somebody's going to react when I have to tell them something, right? When I have to share some news or whatever kind of news it is, I always assume um, how I believe that they're going to act, right? And then I feel like that is the thing that causes anxiety. Because if you don't want somebody to respond a certain way to whatever you have to share with them and tell them, but then you think that they're gonna do something opposite of what you're thinking about, it causes anxiety. It scares you because you're like, okay, well, if they're mad and they're gonna act like this, and then they act like this, I'm gonna have to deal with this, and I don't want to deal with any of that shit. I don't want to have to be, and then you're kind of working yourself up, and you get to that place. But it's just, like you said, stubborn people are the worst. Because I'm also stubborn myself, so it's like knowing when to end some shit, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna end it, and then it's like fucking 3, 4, 5 months, a year later, it's like, are you gonna end it? Yeah, I'm gonna end it. Yeah, I'm gonna end it. I know it's bad for me. I know this is just terrible. I know I'm being treated. I know what's happening, but I'm gonna end it. And it's just like, I feel like stubborn people, we keep holding out hope that that person or that thing,
it's gonna change.
Yeah, it's gonna change, or something better is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So we're waiting for the better because we really believe that this can't be it. Like this, I put too much effort and energy into this for this to be it.
Yeah, you're right. I've definitely dealt with that with friendships. Definitely thinking, no, this person can't be this much of a dick. They wouldn't do this to me. I thought shit I would have done to them. Like, nah, let's give them a chance. They're gonna learn. They're gonna appreciate all the things I've done for them, and then come and behold, they don't appreciate shit.
Yeah, I mean that's the truth. I think you know what? I've always sort of kind of been this way, but more and more now as I get older, it rings true, and it becomes more true, each year that I get older. When I tell people I really don't give a fuck, I really don't. And that's the honest truth. I used to have a friend who would be mad at me because she'd be like, "Are you lying? You always talking about you don't give a fuck, but you care about this and then and you care about that, and you get on my motherfucking nerves because you always talk about." And it's like, no, I really truly I don't give a fuck about that because I have no control over it. It's none of my business, and I truly, simply, I'm not interested in it. I don't care. I just don't, and I don't know how else to explain that to somebody else. It doesn't mean that what you're saying or what you're doing is not important or it's not valid or there's nothing to it. It just means that I don't give a fuck about it. You can continue carrying on with whatever you're doing, and it might be the most important shit in the world that somebody could be talking about. I don't give a fuck.
If it don't affect you, like why should you?
It might affect me.
Okay.
And I still don't give a fuck. So, a lot of political stuff affects me. And I feel like I'm well versed enough to talk about politics, and I understand what's going on. And there are some things that I understand more than others. But at the same time, a lot of politics I don't give a fuck about because it's not changing anytime soon.
At all.
Right? We think we have control over it, and we don't. Because it's about people's genuine willingness to change. And I know us Americans well enough to know that we're too stubborn to change. So I'm like, why the fuck am I going to sit here and care about politics when it's going to remain like this for the next however many years? Yeah, it's gonna change in certain regions of America, right? Certain states, certain areas, towns, cities are going to implement new changes, and people are really going to follow suit and become better people than they were before. But as a whole, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Right. And that's me knowing when to end things. Like I'm knowing when to end caring about some shit that is really not gonna change. So that's like, yeah, living on the fucking west side. Yes, I'm gonna come back to the west side. It's like living no. No, but you know what? That truly is it's like as a west sider expecting our aldermen to do right and rebuild the fucking west side when they have the budget. And there's so many dilapidated properties over on the west side, and it's really sad to ride past and see a lot of neighborhoods with so much potential, but our aldermen and whoever else are not doing what they're supposed to do in these neighborhoods, right? And us expecting change, and we go and we fight, and we go to the town hall meetings, and we vote, and we do everything we're supposed to do, and then we're promised something and nothing happens, right? So it's at a certain point, I don't think it's giving up, it's us knowing the reality of it and being like, well, you know what, if somebody comes along and they really care, then I'm gonna back them and get behind them, but otherwise I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel about things.
There you have it.
Yeah.
I thought that was the more you know moment.
The more you know. And shooting star. And shooting star. Yeah. Knowing when to end things.
Knowing when to say goodbye.
What's something that what's something that you find that's difficult for a lot of people to say goodbye to or knowing when to give up? And not just like the typical things. Right.
It's a lot of things. I can go different ranges with that. It could be just as simple as giving up a certain task, or if you're like a creative or owner, giving up a certain role with some ego.
Mhm.
But it's different. It's different. There are different things that can go with that. That's a complex question.
It really is. I'm just kind of sitting and thinking about like, when do you know when to give up control?
I guess when do you know? I guess when you know. For me, I guess when any decision I make, I try to get sleep. I try to sleep over it first to make sure that I'm not just overthinking, I'm not overreacting, and then see how I feel the next day. And if how I feel the next day is really more confirming that I need to do this, and I go for it. And if I'm having more of a like second thought path, I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep thinking about it. I may not want to do it. But usually, if I go to sleep and I feel the same way I did before I went to bed, then more likely it's time to like make that change happen. Just let go of something, let go of someone or something.
But what's the process of letting go of it? Like we can easily sit here and say, "Oh, well, I'm giving this up, and this is how I give it up." But what's the process? Like, what's your process? How long does it actually take you to give something up?
Man, it can vary. It's like if we're talking relationship, I can give that. After knowing that it's kind of deaded and ended, I can give it up like no problem. The conversation may not be easy, but it's still eventually you find to let this thing go. So
Right.
one thing about me is once I make my mind up on something, I tend to just go for it and just go forward with it and not think twice. Especially when I have that confirmation that I feel like I'm doing the right thing and need something or let something go. But whether it's relationship or just change and creative or business deals, whatever it is. But I just have to do it. I just have to do it immediately. I'm not that person like gotta wait. I want to let this thing happen and let people know about it immediately. So it's like there's no confusion. There's no weirdness going on. This is what it is. This is what's happening. That's it. That's it. That's done. And that's the basic. That's basically it. Me?
I'm trying to see like I guess I'm like you, like my process is different, when it comes to different things. Like relationships, it's really sad to say I can give those shits up with no problem. And that's only because I feel like, in relationships, if a person really loves you or cares about you as much as they say that they do, and they don't really try to fight for anything, then they really never loved you. they were into you, for the moment. And I don't really, blame people for being into people for the moment. We're easily distracted, right? And we're easily just, you know, caught up in things. And that's people. It's like dangling a fucking shiny object in front of a man and not expecting him to touch it's a fucking shiny object, right? So that I feel
I
like
mean, I think being a big booty.
sure. It's like dangling money in front of a woman. Uh,
Why money?
because we're whores. Um, are we not gonna take it? But you know, that's what it's like. I forgot what the point was. Because I said we're whores. We really are. Um, giving up
Yeah,
things.
you when it comes to relationships,
Yeah, like it's easy. It's easy for relationships because I knew what your purpose was even before you decided to lie or tell me the truth, whatever you wanted to do. I can tell like a person's intention going into relationships. Like for me, I can tell a guy's intentions immediately. And I don't know, it's a thing. It might be women's intuition. It might be a Taurus thing. Like we really see through all kind of bullshit, right? And I can see bullshit from a mile away. And I'd rather people just tell me up front. And that's why it's easy for me. That's probably why, because I can see whether or not you're bullshitting all the time. But it's difficult for me. Like the process is longer to give up friendships because I know for friendships, I'm a very loyal friend, so I took time, and this friendship was built over time.
yeah.
And if it ended, then something bad really happened because I will, go to hell and back for my friends because that's a different type of relationship, right? This is a bond, a true bond that we've created um, and that we've committed to, right? And that's harder. But the thing is, like, although, again, this is a Taurus thing, if I cut you off, I will cut you off. I'll never speak to you again. I'll never look your way. I won't say hi or bye to you. Um, and I will wish you well and wish you off. But at the same time, like I'm probably still struggling with the ending of that friendship. Although I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Um, but that's harder because it's like we created this bond and then this happened. Like that's a fucked up shit. Um, the process of like knowing when to or giving up a job, let's say like employment, that's like a hit and miss for me because I instantly know when I just don't want to be at a job anymore. But I think the difficult thing is being very responsible and knowing that I have these bills to take care of. I have to take care of myself. Um, a lot of times I'll push through it. So my process is longer. Like I want to quit this job. This is affecting me especially mentally now. It's like this is affecting me mentally. I fucking hate working here, but how am I going to pay my bills? What am I going to do? How am I going to survive? I have to pay my rent. I pay my car note. Got to put food on the table. I can't just up and quit right now because that would be uncomfortable for me because I'm very responsible. So that process takes a much longer time for me, especially when it comes to employment and knowing when to like quit or just end something like that.
Yeah, I'm tired the same way. When it comes to the jobs, we just trying to be responsible, making sure you have the funds, needed to quit and you don't have something set up, like lined up right away to make sure you can cover that. I know when I quit my job 7 years ago, I had the nest egg, I had all that ready. That was my first attempt at being I guess a creative full time without knowing what I needed to be a creative full time. So that was a nightmare in itself. But I was ready to quit that fucking job. You just know with that, you honestly know it's just the idea of when and planning it out and make sure that you are going to be okay afterwards. Because, like you said, you need to be responsible. You want to make sure that you're not, doing this just out of energy just for the reason you want to make sure that okay, I am going to be okay after I leave this job because this is going to be a whole new world outside of me doing this shit. But I'm probably going to be happier, but at the same time, it may be a little bit.
It really is. Man, I'm just like sitting here thinking about all the jobs I've had in the last, what, like 10 years. Um, yeah, I've had a lot of jobs in the last 10 years. And I've quit all of them, with the exception of two people fired
So
me.
what you saying is you can make a book on quitting jobs?
I really can. I can I can write a book on quitting a job and how to quit. I can also write a book on how to get fired. Um, I've been fired from a few jobs. You know what? Usually there's a stigma behind that of you shouldn't be proud and you shouldn't be happy or boasting about being fired and all of this stuff. At this point, like there's nothing for me to be ashamed about. Like if people are gonna make assumptions about me, they're gonna do that. But that also shows you who those people are.
Mm-hmm.
And if I tell you I've been fired from two jobs and I've quit 10, and you sit there and you make up your own assumption and you haven't even asked me a question of what happened, I don't even want to know who you are. I don't want to be associated with you because I know that you're simple minded and you don't think for yourself. What you've done is made the same assumption that everybody else has made, and you're going with that. And that, for me, that shows, it just shows so much about you. For me, sit I'd rather sit and tell a stranger my whole life and have them ask me every single question that they want to ask. Because I know that, oh, you, my dear, or my friend, whoever, you are a very open-minded person. You think on your own. You think individually. That's it. You don't even have to be open-minded. You just think individually. And I respect that more than a person who jumps to conclusions. But yes, I will be writing a book on how to get fired 101, 102, and how to almost go to jail.
The name of the book has got to be "Fuck That Job," no matter what.
Well, yeah, fuck those jobs.
Even better, "Fuck Those Jobs."
Yeah, because there's been multiple
"Fuck Those
jobs.
Jobs" by Mimi Wallace coming soon.
Coming very soon. Um, Probably, might be some visuals to that also. And I will show you video of me quitting several jobs. Um,
A step-by-step guide.
Step-by-step guide. I will lead you through step by step of how to quit your job and how to confront your boss and how to demand all of your vacation hours be paid out. Okay? Step by step.
Step-by-step.
Also, how to return to your job and threaten to beat up your boss.
Oh yeah, he did.
Step by step.
I forgot all about that.
I'll teach you that. But for the low cost of $19.99. Remember they used to do that stupid shit.
The low cost of $19.99
For 3 easy payments of $19.99. Now they used to fucking get on my nerves at $19.95. 5 cents more. It's $20, motherfucker.
Like, this usually about $50, $60. You call it right in 30 minutes, you can get it for the night exclusive
For
price.
the low cost of $19.95.
95 with
Yeah.
3 easy payments.
3 easy payments of $19.95.
But wait, if you call within 5 minutes, we include this free book.
Right. Niggas be like, but wait, if you call in the next 60 seconds, we'll slash that price in half and you'll have 3 easy payments of $9.99. You can't beat that. This shit's amazing. I feel like all those people who are on QVC were on crack cocaine.
So now, if anybody sees this, they're gonna hear me say this. But now I want to do a visual on that. Now you actually make a book.
Yes.
But we do a visual about how the visual on that, and it's just making fun of the whole it's 1995.
1995. You know what? I would actually do a visual. I actually don't want to write a book on how to quit your fucking job. No, but I don't want to physically write it. I would like to actually do video chapters. And that's something new. Please don't steal my idea, motherfuckers. But instead of a book, I would like, if there are going to be 15 chapters in the book, we'll do a video. So here's chapter 1, 5-minute video. It's up on our YouTube page. This is your digital book.
There you have it.
Yeah, and I can sit and I can tell you, just don't physically feel like writing that shit.
You know, you read the book already.
I have, but the thing is, people don't read anymore. They listen to audiobooks, and that fucking annoys me because you're not reading a book, you're listening to a book, and that is not the same.
It's not. As someone who listens to plenty of audiobooks, it's not. I enjoy audiobooks, but it's not the same feeling.
Yeah, I want people to know that. I don't mind, or there's nothing wrong with listening to an audiobook, but you don't say I read this book when you listen to the fucking audio. You didn't read it, you listened to it.
At all.
Yeah. The big difference. So the last time you actually read a book was probably 2011. You've been listening to books since then.
I mean, to those who can do that on a daily basis, God bless y'all, because it's hard. I mean, if you're not in tune with the book, you may not catch what the hell they're saying. And then some of those narrators just be like, they voice be nagging.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever listened to an audiobook. I couldn't. It's a weird concept for me. And I was like, no, I would rather, be wherever I am and read the book.
And physically have it in your hand.
Yeah, I need a physical copy so that I can use my own imagination to, conjure up how I feel like this looks, in the real world, right? It's the power of books. It's how we're able to use our imaginations. And I really love that. And I don't want a weird voice coming on, all up in my head. And now you fucked up my imagination. So I'm all right. I'm good.
I feel that, and I feel that. Anything else you want to add to the discussion?
Yes, I would like to add, just really simple, like a lot of ways, to give up stuff is it's hard. It really is. And so, I mean, I'm saying that it's really challenging and it's difficult because, it takes time for different things. And now I really understand why it's so hard for West Siders to stop fucking. I was really trying my best to get through it. I was trying so hard.
Yeah, I always go back to.
I understand why it's hard for the Black to give up certain things.
Like shooting fireworks.
Yeah, and drugs.
I will say guns, but that's not funny.
It's drugs, neither. It's an opioid crisis going on.
Yeah, I see so many West Siders going through drug issues.
Jesus Christ. On a serious note, this is really serious. One of the things it really does bother me, and this is on all sides of town, but I feel like it's on the West Side heavier, to just drive through the West Side of Chicago and see there's really an opioid crisis going on, and to see so many people outside on the corners, and it's just visible that they're high, and how it affects the neighborhood, how it affects the people in the neighborhood. And also just seeing, I always think about who was that person before they started using drugs, right? And then I also think about your life has been succumbed to drugs. So even if you lived a full life outside of that, people will now only ever know you for being an addict. Right?
Yeah.
And it just affects the community as a whole. But it's a very sad sight to drive down the street and see so many addicts just outside doing whatever they can to get their next fix. I don't like the sight of that. I really don't, because it just fucks the entire community up. But then you also have to sit there and think about this is a real crisis right in front of our eyes, and we've gotten so immune to it that it doesn't even affect us as much anymore.
Yeah, it's unfortunately true. Like I said, I see it when I drive every morning. Just the people that it's been playing. It's like I have no idea how they were before this, but like that needs to be more working more centered for those people where they can get the rehab and just to clean themselves up and not just be tossed aside. It's the person just how they are. Like there's a better way, and it's like it just hurts me to see that stuff every morning when I'm driving to work, and they're out here either at the gas station or just walking around looking for money or just like they're already intoxicated.
Yeah, and it's 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning, but now you have to also think about these big pharmaceutical companies who are pushing out opioids and causing a crisis because they don't care about that. What they know is that I'm bringing in $1 billion a year. From our drugs. And so it's like, how do you really stop the opioid crisis when you have these big pharma agencies or big pharma companies?
The same way you stop the gun crisis, you take away the guns, you take away the drugs. That's not gonna happen. That's too much money being made.
Yeah, I mean, we live in America. People are greedy.
We live in America and we live in a capitalistic society. So money comes before any and everything. Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, I'm not even trying to go on a rant, but I know that people love money, and I get that. But money, rich, power, and fame and wealth, a lot of that equals misery.
Yes.
So you have all these people who you have $1 billion and you have half a billion dollar net worth, and you're still miserable, but yet you still continue to make your main mission about making money, but you're miserable and you don't like your fucking life. And that's the part I don't understand. So it's like, why won't you do the right thing? But then at the same time, maybe the right thing won't make them feel any less miserable than what they feel.
Yeah. The one thing I always feel about that is it just shows that the human fact is like you're still miserable, but at the same time, I'm a person that believes that there should be a cap on how much money somebody can make, because obviously a net worth doesn't equal to how much money you have, but I feel that's a cap on how much money you make. I feel like there shouldn't be a person that's worth billions of fucking dollars or just has this much amount of money when there's so much issue going on in the world. It's like we're putting the money distribution, to me, just doesn't make sense. And I don't care.
It never has.
It never has. And I don't care who eventually sees this and disagrees. That's just my opinion. I'm never desire to be a billionaire. I think there's enough money out here for everybody who has a dream and a vision and a work ethic can make money doing whatever it is they truly love. So there's no cap in it. But I feel like there should be a cap where you just make a certain amount. After that, the rest of it is gonna go to the costs that needed to go to: transportation, sanitation, drug stuff, all that stuff.
No, the rest of that shit needs to go to our debt as America. Like, I'm
always gonna be in debt.
Yeah, it never makes sense to me how somebody is able to be a billionaire, yet America is $3 trillion in debt to China.
Yeah.
How the fuck? That doesn't make sense. So essentially, you're telling us we don't have the money to pay back China, but yet we have 38 billionaires here in America. Like, it makes no sense. We do have the money. You know what? America is just like the blacks. We're not paying our loans back. We're not paying our student loans back.
That's where we learned it from. Where did you learn these from?
It's like, you shouldn't have gave it to me.
Right.
And that's what America has been saying to China this whole time. You shouldn't have gave it to me.
Next time I get a letter about money, America owes trillions of dollars. I learned this from my country. I love my country so much.
My country taught me how to borrow and never give back.
Exactly.
So I'm proud to be an American. There you go. All right, keep this shit moving.
But the reason I actually wanted to bring up that topic was just that basically, in the, I guess, longest way is to say that August 31st will be the last show for REA Radio.
Bye, horse.
Not bye, but that will be the last show. At this moment in time, because I'm a creator. I may change my mind like 2 weeks from now. No, I won't keep doing it. I doubt it, because there's other things I really want to focus on, and I know my energy the last 4 weeks has been on really developing these ideas, and it's been less on this. And I had to think back, like, I actually wanted to end REA Radio in 2019. That was my original goal. I even put out a post on Instagram about it. And the reason I didn't was I believe my mom passed like a few months later, and I was really just trying to doing the grieving process, trying to make sure I had things going that kind of kept me working, kept me busy. So in the midst of doing the other podcasts I was doing, I got back to doing REA Radio. So it just stayed with me, and I felt like I still need to do it. Now I'm at a point where it's like I have different ideas, and I'm ready to be I am ready to be a full-time creative. Not that I'm going to quit my job just yet, but I have these different ideas, and for the first time in years, I really feel excited about really pursuing them and doing it. And I know that that's going to put this on the back burner. So I feel like I've done everything I want to do at this point with this outlet, and I just want to let it go and really put the energy into the other things I want to do. So it's not going to be a goodbye thing. It's more like a, because the conversations we having, we're going to still continue to do those. I love working with Mimi. We're going to continue working together. This isn't, I'm breaking up. We're breaking the whole team up. This shit's over. We ending it. It's like, the name is ending. Doing this at the moment is ending, but the conversations are going to continue. They're going to be even more and better engaging conversations with more engaging people also. Yeah. So it's just changing up the format, but August 31st, I would love that would be the last date I have in my head planned to do this, and I want to do something really special that day. I also want to bring in more people the next couple of weeks. We got at least 10 more weeks before that date, so I think that gives us a lot of time to do some exciting things and end on that amazing run.
Yeah, so bring some people in. I'm just going to start asking random people if they want to be on this show.
I thought you were going to say something totally off the wall.
Okay.
Ask people random questions like,
oh, I always wanted to do that. Just go walk down the street. I mean, we're in Chicago, so it's summertime shy. I really do want to do that.
In the age of COVID, do anybody want somebody walking in there, some random questions after the hell? Then again, who knows?
Yeah, people are back outside now, so they want to have as much fun as possible.
Is that fun though?
For the whites.
Facts.
Yeah, so I want to go ask a lot of whites random questions. I really do want to ask some blacks random questions. I feel like they'll enjoy being on screen or on television.
How long are you gonna keep saying blacks?
Until we do better.
So for the next 10 weeks, should I change the nigga shit award to the blacks award?
Yes. Yes. I think that's more appropriate.
Just get a quote of don't forget saying the blacks.
Yes. Yes, please, Eric. I would appreciate that. So with the blacks.
Side note, this was a complete off topic, but that was this fucking trailer that I was hoping it wasn't real. I don't know if it's real, but someone either made a trailer or a movie based on the whole thing of Karen. Like, Karen.
Oh, that's real.
That's fucking real.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely gonna be straight to like digital streaming platforms. I think that was like I don't want to say it was a BET movie, but I felt like it probably was. I know it's with Taryn Manning, who plays Karen, and I forget the other people who are in the film.
I thought the lead guy was T. He like T's husband. I don't know why.
Yeah, Corey Hardrick. Yes.
I was saying that looks like I'm like, damn, we couldn't do better.
The blacks.
I'm writing on that title next. I mean, I looked at 5 or 6 episodes of them. It looks just like that. And like, how much longer are we gonna keep making these goddamn trauma?
So we got the Karen movie. Is our next movie gonna be Daquan?
Who's all Daquan?
I don't know. I think white people label like all black boys their name to be Daquan.
Daquan.
Yeah. I mean, I was very close to Daystar. What's that boy name? Tory Lanez. His name is Daystar.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And he's Canadian. And that's the part that really gets me. I feel like Canadians had better sense.
Maybe they were American when they named him.
I feel like they had to be. I mean, probably on the west side of Chicago.
Well, Soulja Boy on the west side of Chicago? So he was apparently born here.
What the fuck is Soulja Boy's name?
I don't know. I'm not going to look that up.
It's like Deshaun or something.
Some shit like that, I think. I know it starts with a D for sure.
It's very close to Daystar. Yeah. So, probably.
Yeah. This is probably another reason we're in the show, because we get off these random ass topics.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
But again, the whole purpose of that before we got off the topic was that was a mean of the discussion. REA Radio will be transitioning August 31st. That sounds weird, but
yeah.
The last show will be August 31st of 2021. There's gonna be a lot of guests. I talked to you about this, but I was serious too. I want to do a 4-hour show that day. I'm literally gonna take the next day off because I want to get drunk, not drunk, but maybe drunk. But I want to have fun that day.
Oh, okay.
I really want to have fun that day. I really want to get loose and have fun and just
try to get loose. Let me see what you do. Let me see you let down your hurt. Shout out to Lil Mama and Chris Brown and T-Pain.
Not Chris Brown.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Not at the moment.
No.
Sorry.
There's another allegation about him.
Yeah, I saw that. I believe the allegation.
I believe all allegations against Chris Brown. It was coming from somebody who tried to give him a second chance after me.
Yeah. Chris be hitting motherfuckers. So
he clearly needs therapy and Lord knows what else.
yeah, no, it's the crack. So
Probably does. I mean, Dad.
I'm sorry, he doesn't do crack. He does cocaine. It's the cocaine. Yeah.
That doesn't make it any better. He needs therapy and to deal with the issues that he's been dealing with since he's a young guy. Your little boy.
Yeah.
I think seeing his dad abuse his mom.
Yeah, you know what? Also, I didn't realize or recognize that he had been in the music industry since he was 13.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. I thought he started, and it's still young. I thought he started when he was like 16. Like when Poppin' or whatever the first single was came out.
Get that, yeah, I know that the see, I forget the name of that song. That's on Joel's.
Yeah, Run It.
Yeah,
Run It. Right. I thought that was like the first time anybody had ever knew who he was. I'm like, fucking 13.
Yeah.
No wonder he's damaged.
Yeah, no, when you're that young coming in, you've been doing it for, you have to have done it for a minute. But yeah, he's experienced a lot. I think he says, I heard somewhere he's seen his dad abuse his mom. So from an early age, he's seen that abuse. And I just don't think he's ever fully gotten help he would need for that. And at this point, he probably doesn't want it. He just thinks it's normal and he thinks he's fine. So he really realizes he's not.
But how do you really get help in Hollywood and try to be out of the spotlight? Because you go to therapy and the paparazzi is gonna fucking follow you and torment you to the point where you feel like I don't even want you to see.
I personally feel if you have a good team where they can make that shit private and just actually do it because you're a fucking human being and you don't need everything. Don't need to be cameras and and the fame and all that. Like that's one thing I would always say. I never want the fame. Like again, I'm not trying to be a billionaire. I don't want the fame. I'll do the work and I'll take some of the coins, but I'm not trying to be famous but everybody know who I am. I want to live my life in private.
Yeah, I better take y'all ass to Montana like a lot of these other stars are doing. And because what fucking paparazzi is going to Montana? No one. You got to ride by horse everywhere. So
wow, that's something everything.
But yeah, anywho, so no shout out to Chris Brown.
No shout out to Chris Brown. We got 10 more weeks of this, so you might as well get used to it.
10 more weeks, you guys. We're gonna have the biggest stars that you could ever think of. They're gonna be here on the show. August 5th, we're definitely gonna be here with none other than Jay-Z himself. We got Hov in the building. Y'all feel what I'm talking about? Beyonce couldn't make it. She has to take care of the twins in blue. She did ask Mama Tina, but Mama Tina has a prior engagement with her husband Richard. So they out here all summer 2021. But we thank Mama T for trying. Solange is not babysitting anybody's kids these days.
She got her own kids babysit though.
Yeah, she has. Well, Jules is almost
man.
Yeah, almost.
Probably
you know, this is why she's unavailable also, because she's trying to discipline her 16, 17-year-old son because he's getting beside himself. But so Angel, we thank you for also trying. But y'all tune in August 5th. We got Hov himself in the building. All right.
You let him get out of the bag early.
Yeah, no, I guess since we're ending the show on the 31st of August, we might as well tell you who we got. And then we're gonna bring it back. Y'all, I know a lot of people been like, where the fuck has this person been? What the fuck has this person been doing? And we kind of talked about this person at the beginning of the show. The following week, August 12th, I think that might be, we'll have A. Marie on the show. So A. Marie is definitely gonna be here. And she's gonna tell us one thing that she's been doing since See what I did there? I quit. I'm gonna stop. That was so dumb. That was so stupid.
Oh my
god. So funny.
Yes. I was gonna say it's more like the game original.
No, he's gonna be on the show. So yeah.
Studio.
No, he's gonna call in. He's not able to be in studio. He's never gonna call in and talk to us. So y'all make sure y'all tuning in to REA Radio. Ho. H to the is O, V to the is A for Shizzle my nizzles. And he happens to be one of the good blacks. So you guys make sure you tune in.
We can talk about being the 20th anniversary of the blueprint, and H to the Izzo.
And Dame Dash being sued or trying to sue.
Well, he's trying to sell his shares of reasonable doubt for the NFT, which I never still don't understand. Obviously for money, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, Dame needs money. He's ran out. He ran out actually in 2011. He's been sustaining by basically stealing from other people. So he needs money, and he needs it quick. He has an infant son to take care of.
That's his fault.
Yeah, it is. And he has a new wife or fiance, and she's like, "You have to do something because this ain't it before I divorce you." And he's like, I can sue Jay-Z for reason to both out.
Well, I think he's trying to. I think he's suing. I think Rockefeller Records is suing him because he tried to do it and they blocked the sale. And now I guess he's trying to threaten to sue either Jay-Z or Rockefeller Records. Jay-Z don't know the owns. He sold it, but I don't know who owns it now. But they I guess they don't feel like he can sell his share of it. And I forgot that's the one record because that's the original record that all three of them own share of. They own share. They own percentage of.
I was trying to figure it out, and I didn't do any research, but I was like, who owns Rockefeller nowadays? Or Rockefeller?
I forgot who Jay-Z sold it to, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll look that up. Or, I'll just ask Jay when he comes.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I'm sure Jay don't mind answering that question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind. We tried to get Blue Ivy on the show. I feel like she's going to be a very interesting person to talk to. Blue is booked and busy. She has no time for us. So
she's to be writing Beyonce's next album.
Yeah, it's Blue, and she's also choreographing her next tour. Because B, we love you, but B's been taking care of the twins, and Blue is like, please, stop. Okay. Any new idea that Beyonce had, Blue didn't like. So. And and I think people are very aware that Blue is her manager. So yes.
So whoever sees this on YouTube, please know maybe we're joking or not, but please do not, take us seriously either.
Please take us very seriously.
I mean, August 31st was the last day, but everything else,
Everything else is also true. We will have a Marie and a whole bunch.
I might shoot my shot to try to get Marie just because.
They said it's all. They said it ain't. It's just one thing that got me tripping. They said it. You see how I mixed and matched that?
Yes.
And it feels good. Yeah.
It does. It does.
One thing that got me. You're welcome. Be nice. We tried to get him on the show, but he wasn't very nice. So.
Now they're not his name.
Yeah. No.
My name is Dean.
He was the meanest person that I had ever seen. You see what I did there?
Wow.
I cracked myself up.
You're just trying to get on mainstream radio now.
Yes, I am. Yes. Pay me all the money that you all pay other people.
So you can play those same 15 songs over.
My Lord. The only reason why I really don't want to do mainstream radio because I would be mad at work every day. Like this is all I can play.
I'm telling you, man, I play these damn songs over and over again. So come right up. We got more Lil Wayne. Oh, Rose hot now. Rose fucking hot. No, it's the baby. The baby.
It's not my baby. It's the baby. Fucking piece of
and Lil Baby. It's the baby.
Lil Baby. The baby.
Megan.
Megan. What's the girl name? Doja Cat and.
Did you get Urban Review play?
Oh, I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't know who these other new rappers are. Yellow Beezy and I don't know. NFL Young. NBA Young Boy.
They'll probably be NFL something coming soon.
I don't know who the fuck are these new kids. There's so many names that I don't know. I don't know.
This is why I asked my niece because she's, she listens to all this stuff, and I just feel like I'm like 40 years old. I feel like we feel like our peers we were listening to rap music, and I was like, what the hell y'all listening to?
Yes, I really feel like that now. In the car with my nieces, and they play things, and I'm like, who the fuck is this person? And I really truly don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that they're finding and listening to music on TikTok. And I'm like, that's no way to listen to music. What the fuck?
Well, that's the way people promote their music and get try to get dance rivals going because that's the place they do that now.
You know what? Is it time for shout outs?
It is very past episodes. I was going to try to cut this live stream off when we get to shout outs.
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout out. My only shout out is to all the Black creators on TikTok who've now gone on strike.
I just saw that.
TikTok be on some bullshit, and now all the whites are realizing that TikTok is useless without the blacks. So blacks keep staying on strike and letting these whites figure out that it's just very bland without you all.
Now I know I've seen some YouTube videos. Funny, I've seen YouTube videos. YouTube ain't the ain't the most friendliest place either, as I have a YouTube live, But I've seen YouTube videos on the issues of black creators and TikTok. So what's the reason they're striking? Just for better pay, just equality, or what are they striking for?
Sure, I'm not sure.
I know, from what I've seen, I know we as black creators tend to be the originators on a lot of things, but then our white counterparts come and take credit, just like everyday life.
Well, yeah, now I feel like that's probably why they're on strike. Like, we're sick of this shit. Usually it's a black creator that creates a TikTok dance or a trend or something, and then here comes this popular white girl, white boy who does it, and then they get invited on all the late night talk shows, right? And it's like, y'all stop. Yeah, don't do that shit. The person who created this is very well also on TikTok, also or on these social media apps. As easy as you found this popular person, you can type in the same fucking challenge and it'll show you the person who originated and created the challenge, right?
Right.
It's very easy to do so, but that just shows you what people's intentions are. And now they don't give a fuck. So kudos to all the black creators on TikTok who are like, fuck y'all white people. And we're going to stay on strike until y'all do better. And for those people who invested in TikTok, your investments will plummet over the next few weeks.
Wow.
I mean, really, the app is, what is the app? What is TikTok without black creators?
Well, it's anything without black creators.
Yes. And that's the greatest question.
Exactly. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't get my TikTok going.
I have a TikTok. I haven't used that shit in probably 6 months.
It's been longer than that. I mean, it's been shorter than that. It's been at least 3 months, maybe. You did that voice challenge.
Right. It's probably the last thing I did.
That had to be at least 3 months ago.
Yeah, otherwise I don't give a shit.
I figured you don't. Any more shout outs?
No, everybody else.
I really don't have any shout outs either. I guess shout out to, I think I'm gonna say their names right. Renee and Renelle, the twins from I think Boss Girl Talk podcast. They was here. They recorded here on Saturday. They had no show. They recorded live on YouTube. That's how I actually found out about how I could live stream on YouTube. So yeah, shout out to them, and that's really it for the week. We way past this damn thing, and so it's kind of just damn show up for real.
Well, we were trying to give y'all a little more content. We missed the last 2 weeks, so
I'm giving them like 4 hours of content the last day.
Yes.
On our last show. What more you wrote me? Like how we said, what more you wrote me?
I can't even. I have no energy to go there. I think I was really on Instagram. What are you crying for, Tyrese?
It's called acting.
Get off of Instagram.
It's called acting. You want everywhere too to happen.
Oh my God.
You ask the Rock for being selfish and doing the spin-off movie instead of doing another Fast and Furious. That's money in his pocket.
Shout out to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson for this unnecessary ass muscles. Boy, go sit down. Go piss your way. Don't be that fucking big. You're almost 50. You probably are 50.
He's close to 50.
Like, sir.
You get bigger after you retire.
Yeah, because he ain't got shit to do all day. But just go to the gym and eat big ass cookies and sushi. That's what he does all day. Just be on Instagram, drink tequila, eat big ass cookies and sushi. Here's my cheat day. I'm gonna eat pancakes with peanut butter on it. Like, Dwayne, go play with your children. It's time to go. I was supposed to get good advice. I've given you all so much advice this time.
Yeah, I don't even have good advice. I asked something So she's giving y'all all the advice in the world. So that's
everything that you've needed, you've gotten it tonight.
Absolutely.
Yes.
She shout out everybody. She's fucking said, fuck the blacks.
Yeah, fuck the blacks. Fuck them so much. Fuck the blacks so much. You guys, you're in this show. You can make sure you go follow me on social media at SOULJABOI. That's my Instagram, and you can follow my Twitter at BOWWOW. And yeah, make sure you guys tune in and like me on the socials. And
Are you hurt? Are you hosting the first time?
I should, because I'm gonna be dancing, but I'm also gonna be laughing. Most importantly, it's gonna be a night filled with entertainment.
If they make it on time.
Well, no, they won't. You know what? I do want to shout out. We keep going back. Shout out to Eve and Trina.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that. I really truly enjoy how professional it was, how they started on time and how they ended on time.
They did it. That was it.
Yeah, the show was literally an hour and a half. It was from 7 to 8:30. Started on time, ended exactly on time. They were very professional, showed each other love throughout the whole thing. It wasn't a spit, a spat, and all of this stuff like low blows and shades and all of that shit. They were genuinely rock and support with each other. And so I was like, I feel like that's the way to do it.
I was saying, maybe yes, exception of Shanti and Keisha Cole. I think all of them that was super dope and super respectful and appreciative of each other. And the guys are always trying to make it a competition.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Yeah. Keisha Cole and Shanti do that. Most of Keisha Cole. Please say. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I mean, all the ladies use. Yeah, that's the way.
Look at it. And they weren't even time for that TV show. Let's end the show, you guys.
You might end your socials for real.
I did give them my socials.
You can find me at EP_REA on Instagram. Be sure to, if you want, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, Every Artist TV. I'm the main guy to, keep promoting it or not. With the content we're going to be giving out, I want to just let y'all decide if y'all want to support it or not. If you don't, then it's all love, regardless,
It's all love. It's all love. Whose song is that? It's all good.
I didn't know it's a song called It's All Love.
It's all good. That's Fantasia. Okay, got it. Never mind. We're done.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of being done, we are done on this show. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Shout out to Fantasia and her new baby. And we're
Wait. Has another baby?
Yeah, she's had a baby.
Okay.
Her third baby.
All right.
Yeah, with her husband.
Oh yeah. Then they get married super fast.
Yeah, like 2 days after they met. But
Love at first sight.
Yeah.
That's the discussion next week. How do you know when it's love?
on the second date.
Okay, that was a discussion. All right.
Because what? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me anymore.
Okay.
What is love?
I want to keep them on this. This is what you're going to get August 31st for 4 hours.
Four.
Not 2. Not 2. 4. And by 4, I mean probably 5.
It's 6. We're just going to have people randomly walk in the studio like, I'm Jada. What is him? We're going to be like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me anymore. What is love? Where he at? What you doing?
What's he doing?
The man who's saying what's love?
I don't know. Oh, the man?
Yeah.
I thought I heard a woman in there.
I mean, I could be wrong.
I mean, that's right, man. I thought I heard a woman. I thought a woman was doing it back in there.
Baby, don't hurt me. I don't know. Y'all help us out because we obviously don't know shit.
I see it. He's on YouTube. Yeah, this person.